Alright, I think it's time to go take on the Inquisitor's fortress. I spent a while, went through all the planets, got all the secrets, got all the chests, so I now have all the customizations, but more importantly, I have maxed BD's stim containers, and also maxed my force and my health. So, to give myself the biggest possible advantage going into this, because I feel like it's just not going to be easy. But, that being said, let's rock and roll.
I've been through some stuff in my time, but I've never faced death more than with you two on this trip.
Well, better to face death than to have death face you.
Of course you would say that, whatever it means. You Jedi folk, you turn into the Force or something when you die? So what are you afraid of?
It's more complicated than that.
Ah, so it's true.
The Jedi have worse things to fear than death.
Oh, well, that's great to hear. Since I'm currently navigating the galaxy, looking for a list of Jedi with two, I don't know, sort of Jedi people. Way to make me feel better, Seer.
Yes, very, very comforting.
We're about to drop out of hyperspace. Sit down.
Have fun storming the castle.
This isn't good. With the defenses they got, our usual tricks just aren't gonna cut it.
I can help.
What are you thinking?
A ritual. It will hide the ship. I hope.
A ritual?
She has a knack for this kind of stuff.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on. Now, what is this gonna require?
A sacrifice. One of your arms will do nicely.
Wait, what?
Don't be so serious. Join me up front.
I like her. There's a good chance they've already detected you, if you're that close.
Sisters, mother, lend me your strength. Sisters, mother, lend me your strength.
Whatever she's doing, it's working.
What do you think the odds are?
My money's on you, kid.
Let's go, buddy.
Once we're inside, I'll engage their defense level, and then sabotage their sensors so the Mantis can extract us. You find the holocron.
Shall we stick together?
I feel the pull. The lives of every child on that list are at stake. Whatever happens in there and whatever you see, don't worry about me. Just get it and get out.
Close in on the fortress.
It's time.
She's gonna sacrifice herself, or she's going to have been orchestrating the whole thing as an undercover inquisitor. I still haven't discounted that possibility. Now it's not trying to get claustrophobic, Cal. Oh, goodness. Well, they certainly built their thing on a pretty planet, if nothing else. I don't know why I'm looking for chests and secrets, even though I've already gotten all of both. And there's probably still some Force Echoes and some scanning to do, but have all the chests. I know I have all the chests because I have an achievement that says I've gotten all the chests. It's not ominous at all. Oh, that really was only the tip of the fortress sticking out of the water. Right, well, either that door, possibly over there might be a good entry point. Thank God it's a fish. That better not be a predatory fish. Since there has been water in the game, that is one thing that I have absolutely dreaded. Oh. Okay, I get it, game. Invisible wall, you want me to go in this door. Fine.
Airlock 8 is clear. Listen to that water dripping. Hey, Stormtrooper, how do you handle that? I'd be running to the fresher every couple minutes. Hey, you hear me? Huh? What's that, sir? You daydreaming or something wrong with your equipment? All good, sir. We turned down our mics in here. The water can be, distracting, sir. Guess that answers that. As you were. Sir.
I need you to turn around again, dude.
Intruder! Shoot him! Moving back. Am I the last one?
Can't hit me now.
You will not defeat the Empire!
Cal, you there?
Yeah. Good to hear your voice here.
I've located the holocron. Sending you the location now.
Got it. We're on the move.
Okay. Did I kill the 2 range troopers? How? Okay.
No match for you, right?
Surveyed opponent's position.
This place is where the Empire created the Inquisitors. They tortured Seer and turned Trilla to the dark side. Let's tear it down, BD-1. Seer, I've cleared out this area, but the Empire sealed me in. Any ideas?
Cal, look for a control room. I've got a plan.
I think I'm standing in one.
Oh my god.
Whoa, see that, BD?
What did you
That did something. Let's check it out.
Also, you do realize you're underwater. I mean, I guess you have a rebreather, but like...
I've disabled the shields on the outer sections of the fortress. Flood the base and swim to the central keep.
It's a hell of a plan.
We'll meet up inside. Good luck.
Got it. Let's go, BD. That section looks pretty weak. BD. Hang on.
Isn't going out the hole that I made. Waiting for something to grab me from the weeds, because that's something that hasn't happened yet. I hear odd whale noises, don't you?
I hear you, BD. Let me see.
Okay, really, what use is Stormtrooper armor?
Door? Meet BD.
I know, that's the way to go.
It's like the dojo at the Jedi Temple. But wrong. Corrupted.
Please tell me I can murder these guys. Oh, yes. Yes. Please. Oh, please, please, please. Let me be able to yank them, or push them, or something.
Won't falter. I will protect.
No.
Charge forward. Just get him. Hands in the air.
Think you can handle this, BD?
Jedi, he's in the interrogation wing. I'll erase you from existence.
That's the last of them.
Cal, I'm near your position, but sealed behind a blast door. Look for a console nearby.
Thank you, camera. I think I see it.
Found it.
Jeez, wish I had a blaster against the fucking purge gooners. Seems to work wonders.
That was impressive. How you holding up?
Don't worry about me. We have a job to do. Still, it feels good to tear this place apart. This prison is where they kept us. I only wish there was someone left to save.
Sorry we had to come back here.
So am I. We didn't really have a choice, did we?
I understand. Let's keep moving.
Yes. Let's get this over with.
Any sign of Trilla?
No. Not yet. The holocron is being kept in the interrogation chamber. It's the most secure place in this entire fortress. I'm opening the path to the holocron. Get to the holocron. I'll divert reinforcements and join you as soon as I can.
Will you? Because so far you haven't done a spectacular job of that sort of thing.
Looks like a turbo lift. Might be our ticket out of here.
Noted. Please, dear God, tell me there's a save point here. There is over there. Okay. I'm tired of boss battles where the nearest save point is behind a couple of battles ahead, or I guess, yeah, behind a couple more battles before the boss battle. Because that's not terrible level design or
Getting
anything.
close. BD1? Thanks for being my friend. I've never seen anything like this. Advanced, even for the Empire.
That's terrifying. Please don't activate the guns. Let me guess, I'll have to run past those on the way out.
We broke them, beat them down, and turned them to the dark side.
I'm sure this won't be one of the most frustrating fights in the entire game.
Let's see what's behind here.
I'm also curious if the Night Sister will make another appearance, because there was some question about us having killed her. Hello, darling.
Trilla, I saw what you've been through. You've experienced great suffering. It's not too late to let it go.
Let go. I'm stronger now because of the pain. I knew you'd come back for this. No, thank you. You'll never make it out of this place alive! Cal!
I have the holocron.
I need to do this.
And she's gonna stab you, Seer.
It's over, Trilla.
Nothing is ever truly over.
This fight is over. I know the darkness that is eating you up inside, and every day we choose to either feed it or fight it.
It's too late, sir.
No, it's not. I know the choices that I made took all your choices away, and I have failed you, Trilla. I failed you. And I am so very sorry.
Sorry doesn't fix it.
I've carried so much hate for you.
Hi, Darth Vader.
That doesn't look good.
It isn't. It's him.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avenge us! Run! No!
You would be wise to surrender.
Yeah. Probably.
Surrender.
We gotta run! Look out! Turbo lift. Let's go.
Oh god. Nope, we're
Let's
not
get
fighting
out of
Vader.
here.
Didn't even want to try. Oh god, how did you
Come
get
on.
there?
Edie, stay back.
That went well. Does the tactical guide say don't fight him? Because that's what I would not do. I don't want to fight him. Please, game, don't make me fight Darth Vader.
I think we lost him. I'll make it. Seer, I won't fail you.
Kid, you read me? They're not responding.
They will. I am certain of it.
Grease, I'm here. Heading towards the surface. Be ready. I have the holocron, but Seer, she didn't make it, Grease.
Seer? Just get out of there, Cal.
Keep moving, Carl. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, he knows exactly where you are because he knows where that goes. No, BD! No, BD! No! You let go of my droid.
Surrender the holocron.
I'll never give it to you.
We shall see.
Like I said, she's not quite dead.
I won't let you take those children.
Such hatred. You would have made an excellent Inquisitor.
She's stronger than that. No! No!
Yes. Strong with the dark side.
Seer.
I can feel it inside of her.
Seer! Seer! Hey, listen to me! You still have a choice.
There goes Vader holding back the ocean. You better swim a lot faster than that, Cal. Unless you can hold your breath forever. Aaron! Dear God, thank you.
Hey. Hey. Hey, kid. Cal. Cal!
Seer.
She's all right. She's all right.
You too.
Vader almost crushed my droid.
You did it.
We did it. We did.
Careful.
Where are they?
Well, they're out there. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Night Sister's
Sorry.
crush.
That was you in the water, wasn't it?
I'm glad you're okay. This one wouldn't leave your side.
Thank you. Hey.
Hey.
So now what?
Well, Captain, this is the end of my charter. Your contract has been fulfilled. Thank you, Grease.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I was thinking that maybe I would stick around here and take you wherever you gotta go. Besides, the kid kinda looks up to me.
What about that?
We use it to rebuild the Jedi Order.
The next generation of Jedi.
The Empire will be after him. Just like they're after us.
The lives of every child on that list will be forever changed.
It ends poorly, Cal. You've seen that.
Not by us. Their destiny should be trusted to the Force. So where to now?
Well, at least it didn't end with them running off into the sunset with all the younglings, because honestly, knew that was gonna never happen, and it would be a terrible ending. I wouldn't have accepted it. So, thoughts on the game, I guess. Story is fine. Story is what the story is, and it's a pretty good story. My biggest complaint with the game is the combat. It's very inconsistent. Like, they tell you can block, you can parry, but heck, I'm playing on easy, and I couldn't even get 100 parries in the entire game against all the enemies. The Purge Troopers are awful. They just you know, you try to hit them, you try to block them, and it doesn't work, really. Pull is kind of an awful mechanic that, like, when they want you to use the pull push, the targeting thing, because they don't give you any way to tell where you're targeting. And to be honest, the lightsaber combat, it doesn't feel like you're using a lightsaber. A lot of the time, it really feels like you're using a stick, honestly. Like, you're bludgeoning these troopers rather than slicing them. And so it doesn't really feel like you're using the Force or you're using a lightsaber. It's, I don't know, that, and the way the targeting works is kind of annoying. It's very hard to stay targeted on something, and then when you are, like, when you want it to move, it doesn't move, but when you want it to stay on a person, it doesn't. So it's like, I feel like you maybe need a button that tells you to switch targeters, or like it automatically switches when you kill somebody, but to like the next closest one, but to not keep taking my target away from me, and then when I'm running away to get distance to heal or anything like that, I lose my target, and that's really annoying. There's a lot of times where you move the camera or the game moves the camera, and it's just very frustrating because it doesn't give you back control. Like, it steals control of the camera from you, and like, that's all well and good, but it takes forever to give it back to you, and sometimes it takes it at very inopportune times and you can't see what's going on. The dodge roll is very inconsistent in that sometimes you can dodge around people and through people, and other times you just get backed into these corners and you can't get out. You can't jump out. You just can sit there and be hammered because your block doesn't work either, and because you're in a corner, you can't actually see your character and you have no idea what he's doing. So that's frustrating. I mean, the combat by and large was just extremely frustrating. I'm playing on something that's like beginner to these kind of games. I've played these kind of games before. I'm not like a complete novice at this, but the game makes me feel like, you know, I don't know, I'm not pressing buttons or something. It's really hard to tell because, you know, your abilities in combat, you try to use them, and half the time they don't even work. So, like, especially in this last episode, I was hammering my, like, split attack, right, where I break the saber and attack 2. I was pressing the buttons for that, and he was just standing there. If you're wondering why Cal was just standing there, it's because it's not taking my input. And I can't tell if that's I just have a bad connection with my controller or what. But by and large, the combat was the most frustrating part of the game. It made the game a lot of times not fun to play. Like, it just is really frustrating instead. And I don't know, like, would I go back and play it again? Well, I don't know. Probably not. And if I did, I'd probably play it on story mode, just because I don't want to be screaming at my game every 10 seconds. And to be honest, it has been a really long time since I've actually yelled at a game. And it's not in any of the videos, but I had like a 15-minute scream session at this game. Just raging about some of the puzzles, and it seems like they had different teams for each planet, and some of the planets were like spot on, well designed, great puzzles, kind of a, you know, the planet was really good, and then there were other planets that were just, they felt like a slog. I never wanted to go back because it was like getting anywhere felt like pulling teeth. And the puzzles were just awful. And so it's like, and sometimes it's even parts of the planets, like Zepho. I liked the first tomb and I hated the second tomb. I feel like they're designed by two separate people or two separate sets of people. And that the first one did a good job leading you with the puzzles, and the second one did a really shitty job. And yeah, I just feel like it's not particularly well balanced, and I think the biggest problem is the combat. The story is fine. I love the environments. Going around and exploring these worlds is a lot of fun. It would be more fun if I didn't have to drag myself through a lot of battles that just dragged out the time, I guess. A lot of them weren't even hard. They just were just in the way, essentially. The fact that people come back when you rest is also very annoying. I know why you did that, because you have the heal mechanic and all of that. I get it. That's how games like this go. But when I've killed 30 stormtroopers in one spot, they shouldn't keep coming back. Like, honestly, running around the worlds between the last episode and this episode, I encountered like 20 bounty hunters. They just keep showing up and everything while you're running around. But it was almost a relief to encounter them in a place, because when they were there, the regular enemies were gone. And so in that respect, I actually looked forward to seeing the bounty hunters, because it was a different fight and there was at most 2 of them, as opposed to the 30-odd stormtroopers that could be in an area at one time, or 3 purge troopers. I fucking hate the purge troopers. They suck. They're awful. What is the point of telling me to block and parry if I can't do that for either one? I can't do either of those with the purge troopers. Not for lack of trying. I tried. It just doesn't work as advertised, and it's kind of feels like when they're showing you how all these skills work, like right after you get your new saber, or at the beginning of the game when they're first telling you about blocking and parrying, they made it so much easier to do that. But as soon as you get into the real combat in the game, it doesn't feel the same, the timing isn't the same, they're not as generous, and for being on almost the lowest setting, that should have been a lot more forgiving, honestly. The whole game I should have felt like I did in the beginning, where I'm tossing people left and right and, getting all these parries and getting the kind of rendered moves to take them down, chopping limbs off, that sort of thing. And once you're outside of those, like, minor areas, the moves don't do the same thing. And the timing isn't the same. So, yeah, I don't know. I could complain for hours and hours and hours about the combat. So I'm going to stop here with that. But overall, I mean, okay game. Honestly, I've played better. And the number of crashes I had in this game, I had at least 6 or 7 unique crashes, by which I mean it crashed at 7 different points in the game, and a couple of points it crashed multiple times and I actually couldn't start the game. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing for something that's supposed to be this polished. That I couldn't, like, that the game crashed that much. So between that and the combat, those counted so heavily against it, honestly. The story was great, environment's great, music obviously great. The combat and the crashing just made it such a slog. And, it is what it is. So, okay game, not the greatest game. And honestly, in my opinion, it's not the best Star Wars game since Force Unleashed, but, you know, that's just my opinion. And it is what it is. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this. I know there were probably other videos you could have watched of this, and, you know, probably seen people seem, or at least be more competent at the game than I seem to be. Apparently I just can't get my timing right or whatever, or maybe I just suck at the game and that's why I'm having a hard time. But thank you for joining me for this, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the game for what it was, and my random geeky moments, and then the of course the lots and lots of salt that this game brought for me. Again, can't thank you guys enough for watching, and hopefully catch you in the next set of videos.